And now here we go again.
It's time for another episode of those shit-talking guys, full of opinions on games,
the time
music,
is
cultures,
7
and
o'clock
other random
p.m.
shit, all while humiliating each other. This is Generation Flip. Don't forget, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And now, wrapping it up, here's your hosts.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in on this wonderful Friday afternoon. Weekend's just beginning. It's I, Flip, with my boy, Big Brown from San Jose. We have a special guest from Kentucky himself, the man, JT. Thanks a lot,
What's up,
JT? Thanks for joining us,
me.
JT. We got open topics today. What we basically do is talk about anything and everything. We got a few to start it off, and we like to hit the chat box and see what you guys got going on in the chat. So join in, chime in, chat away, hit the comment, like, subscribe, and whatnot, and we'll take it from there. So Brown, we did a little YouTube pre-recording yesterday. I think it was we posted it up this morning, and it was an excellent one, man. I thought it was a really good one. We had both teachers and the union's teachers union on, right? I believe Johnson was a part of the union, so yes. It was pretty good information there, don't you think?
It was great. A lot of people don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, and that's one of the nice things about us bringing on our guests, like the one we have today. They're going to give us a little insight on what's really going on back there, because we don't see it from a day-to-day, we just don't see it.
We don't.
From day to day. And then when you get to talking and finding out and how many kids are being left behind or how they're being treated and how things are being, handled, it's kind of disturbing at the same time, but it's also good information to maybe enlighten some parents, some teachers, to kind of see what's really going on, and hopefully they will do something about it, right? Or contribute to ways to make things easier for people. And that's what we like to do. We like to bring topics out like that and enlighten people, help them out. In the meantime, have some fun and do what we do. Like I see Kentucky in the back over there, boy. Look at that. Yee, doggy.
So let me shed some light on you guys. My boy right here from Kentucky, he does in fact work at a automotive industry out in Kentucky, and it's his job title, prescription. And correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. You are the team member of Toyota Motive Manufacturer in Kentucky. Is that correct, JT?
That is correct.
All right. So give us a little input what you do there, my man.
So I work on engine line currently. And essentially what we do is the engine comes from us. The block and everything is already assembled. And we pretty much dress the engine, so to speak. So, your main wire harness, your starter, your alternator. If it's a hybrid, we put the inverter on it, your serpentine belts, your drive shafts, your AC condensers, everything that you would see on the engine gets put on my line, and then we send it off to front suspension, and they do their thing, and then the whole sub-assembly for the front half of the car just gets shoved right up in the car over on a different line.
Wow.
So it's pretty wild just to watch everything. Like when I first started there. Just seeing how everything, it's my first factory job, so seeing how everything went together, and you're doing a piece of the pie this big that equates out to the whole pie at the end, which is a whole product going off the line. And I think right now we have a car going off my line every 57 or 56 seconds. There's a car, fully built car, flying off the line. So
that's pretty fast.
Yeah. Pretty
so is a lot of it? Is there any of it or a lot of it automated? Like where robots grab and put on things, like you see on some of these commercials?
So a lot of that stuff is body weld. Because a robot can pinpoint a body weld a whole lot better than, let's say, a man with a shield helmet, his torch. They do more precise work. Same thing with paint. A lot of paint of the car gets done by the robot, but as far as like everything in my line, I mean, hell, even the instrument panel, the whole instrument panel is assembled all by hand, and then the whole thing gets put in the car. So it's not like they put one piece in and then the next. Like, no, that whole assembly's put in, and then it gets shoved right in. So same thing on my line. I mean, everything's put on by hand. All the bolts are shot. I mean, dude, I could sit here and thread bolts in my hand and shoot all day long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
technology, man. That's technology at its finest.
That's right.
I mean, even like when we shut down last year during COVID for it was about 2 months, and you would think, you go back into work and like, oh man, I'm not gonna know how to run these jobs. Dude, it was like riding a bike, like you never left. Muscle memory, yeah, dude. Muscle memory is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys got a lot of manpower there, right? It's a big facility, right? How big is the facility?
So the facility, as of looks like July the 12th here, is 8.1 million square feet under a roof, which equates out to 169 football fields.
That's a city in Kentucky.
No, that's just a property. The property itself that it sits on is like 1,300 acres. But if you go to Eastern Kentucky, yeah, like Toyota takes that, yeah. We have about 7,000 plus employees.
Wow.
7,000. Wow. That's quite a bit, man. So you run this. You've been working here for a while now, right?
Yeah, I've been there since 2016. I started as a temporary, and I got full time with Toyota in 2019. So I've just hit my 2 years full time with them, and still got like another 25 years to go.
Right.
So
you're still
we'll be there a while.
You'll make it.
Yeah, right.
Well, so lately we've been talking about the COVID thing, and we did have a couple of episodes with the COVID thing, and COVID's all over. It's just a talk now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I wanted to get into depth with this COVID issue at your facility, how it's affecting your workplace there.
So whenever we first went back, this would have been, let's see here, last June, end of May, beginning of June 2020. Everything was still unsure. Like, we weren't sure how the virus worked, this, that, and the other, whatever. Of course, mask mandates were everywhere, social distancing. So, we first went back, it took some getting used to wearing a mask. I mean, hell, we didn't even have our fans all the time because they weren't sure of, well, if somebody has it and the fan's blowing, is that going to spread it? This and that.
Right.
But then they finally started to gain some traction, figure some things out. We actually now do a weekly spit test every week, both shifts. We're back to wearing our mask. There was a 2-week period where if you had your vaccine, both doses, you got a little lanyard that you could wear and you could walk around without your mask on. Well, then the Delta variant showed up and was like, knock, knock, guys. Time to put that mask back on. So we're back to masks, but we get to do our weekly testing. And honestly, people go out on COVID leave and stuff. They come in contact, this and that. And I think that's where we've been hit the hardest. It's just manpower.
So are they doing the COVID test at the site or what?
Yeah, so like I'm on a 90-day rotation on day shift right now, and we have our COVID testing at first break every Wednesday. So they'll stop the line 12 or 15 minutes early, and everybody will go and we'll do our little spit test, and then they send it to get tested, and they'll send you a text to your phone and let you know, hey, you're negative, or hey, you're positive.
Wow.
So that quick?
Yeah, it's whenever I was on night shift, I would get my text. We would do our COVID test around 12:15, and by 6 a.m. I'd have my results.
Wow.
And it actually works, because I've known a couple people that they did their spit test and then they actually tested positive and they didn't even know they had it.
So what they
So,
do,
I mean,
they have to go and quarantine.
Yeah, so they're off. I think it's like 10 days or something like that. Like they're out of work, paid administrative leave, this and that. So I mean, they've worked it out and stuff. But I'm curious to see how, with the kids back in school, how this is gonna affect, people going out and stuff like that.
Yeah, because from what my understanding is, if I've got I only have one daughter, but if my daughter gets COVID infected, I guess they have to tell them how many's in the household, who they are, and then everything gets notified from there down the line. So if you got a house of 3 kids and one of your kids gets it, you got to report it. You got to stay home for 10 days, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, it depends.
Or no.
So we actually do PCR tests, which is the one that scratches your brain. We do those on site. So if let's say you and me were hanging out, and you found out that you were positive, and we were around each other, no mask, hanging out, kicking it, I would call into the COVID hotline. They've got a dedicated hotline set up. Call in, hey, I was around one of my friends. He just tested positive, and they're going to say, well, are you showing any symptoms, this, that, and the other? They're going to get you tested. And then if that test comes back negative, then they may put you on what they call the antigen program, which is where they swab just the inside of each nostril, and it's like a rapid test, pretty much. And it's literally like 20 minutes. And you may do that for X amount of days, as long as you're not showing symptoms, so you can still work.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good. Because in Cali, it's different, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right, Flip? In Cali, it's a whole different ballgame. If somebody in your household has it, everybody gets quarantined. Whether you got it or you don't, you're quarantined because they track it. The hospital will say, okay, who's in your house and where do they work? And they'll notify the employee. It's kind of
definitely
pretty weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Definitely.
But they'll track your ass all the way to the T, man. And they'll call your employer and say, hey, Joe Schmo over here, his daughter had COVID, and he's in the household, and he never protected, with no mask. We're going to have to quarantine him for 10 days. Oh, yeah. And then you're out of, next thing you know, you're playing Call of Duty for 10 days straight, baby. I'm waiting for that shit. I ain't got COVID yet, but I'm waiting for it.
So I guess out there though, if you get quarantined, Flip, for example, let's say, you had a quarantine for 10 days. Is the transit still going to pay you?
So what happens here, the way the transit works is this is from what I was told. They have a plan. The company has a plan that they get funded from the government, and this plan, they set aside 80 hours for each employee. So if you get COVID, or if you're exposed to COVID and don't have it, but you've been exposed to it and you have to quarantine, they'll give you out of that bank 80 hours. So how long, if you exceed 80 hours, then you're I don't know if they renew it. I don't know if, you didn't have to go to unemployment or EDD. Out here, they call it EDD. So I don't know if that's, what they do, but usually you have 80 hours. But I do also know, if you don't have the vaccine and you tell the company that you want to go get vaccinated, then what happens is they give you 7 days from taking the vaccine. So you got to obviously give them notice, heads up, and then they'll give us up to 7 days for that vaccine. So if you have, I think it's Johnson, you have 16 hours with Johnson because it's a two shots. So that's all they give you, But if you have Moderna or Pfizer, then they'll give you 7 days for that shot. But that's all coming out of that funding. You know what I mean? That's what they provide you. It's not like it comes out of our sick bank or anything like that. It comes out of that special funding.
Nice. Yeah.
Do you have that? You don't have that. Do you have that, Brown? Do you offer your employees that? No.
I subcontract to everybody. I don't. I used to have employees. It's not worth it for me to pay my my workman's comp. It was just through the roof. To me, and then what I did is I kind of took myself out of competing against other companies. You know what I mean? So I subcontract everything. I don't have to worry about it. I just 1099 them at the end of the year. Not mess with it. I prefer to do it that way. I think it's a little bit easier. And then I incorporate it, so I just like to point fingers a little bit,
So this
I
is
used to put the coveralls on and do all the work and get in there. Getting too old for that shit, man. I come home, I want to take a nap.
What's that old saying? Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm a pretty big piece of shit right here. So I'm trying to pull myself out of that realm, but so I like to say I feed families. That's what I like to say. I like to feed families, right?
That's right. So let's jump on to Kentucky over here. Let's talk about the COVID's issued or done a lot of things to many places, many businesses, people around the world. One particular stuff that's going on over there, I noticed in the automotive news that they did mention that in August they were announcing that Toyota warned it would lose 360,000 vehicles of output globally in September, which we're in September now. So, are you aware of a little bit of what's going on with the 40% cutback?
Yeah. So this month, well, let's see here. Well, let me backtrack some. So towards the end of August, so we have 3 lines at my plant. You got line 1, which is plant 1, and they run Camry, 4-cylinder, V6, and Camry hybrid, as well as the Avalon and the Avalon hybrid. They've actually been shut down since like the 24th, 27th of August due to parts.
Wow.
And then, and the thing is, when people, they hear shut down, they're like, oh man, all these people aren't working. Well, one of Toyota's big things is they're never going to tell somebody, hey, you can't come to work. So they give what they call 3 options, which is you can take PTO, you can take a no pay, or you can come in and work will be provided for you, whether it be, doing repairs on your line, being sent to it. We've had a lot of people from plant 1 come over to my plant and plant 2 and help out fill holes for where manpower and COVID and stuff is hitting, and learn jobs and help out. Or, you can sit around and clean 5S and all that good stuff for 8 hours and still get a paycheck and provide for your family. Which is kind of nice because, for me, for example, if, they were to shut down the plant and say, hey guys, we got to idle the lines. This is what's going on. Like, at least I know that I can still provide for my family. Which is kind of nice, but they've been shut down since about the end of August. And I think on Monday, they're going to start back up, but it's going to be a ramp up because they've been shut down so long. They want to make sure all the changes that they made in the plant is good to go. Everything runs smoothly, this and that. And my line, man, we've been running nonstop. I mean, the overtime isn't where it used to be over the summer, 2 hours. We're getting about, and the way they do their overtime is every 0.1 is 6 minutes. So if I say, we work like a 0.6, 36 minutes overtime, which isn't bad. But even our Lexus plant, which is our line 3, they make the ES350 and the ES350 hybrid. They were actually shut down for, I think, like two weeks or so. And then they've been running, and they only build like, between both shifts, probably like 180 cars a day. Takes a whole lot longer to build the Lexus than it does everything else. So, they're back and running. So, I mean, we're slowly getting back and up and running. But even then, we're not out of the woods because they just announced back on, looks like September the 10th, they just announced that Toyota is going to cut 40% in October off the production for all the plants.
Wow. And this is all due to shortage.
Chip shortage. And a lot of these articles that you'll see, they all talk about, the chips. Well, I mean, we're running low. I've heard that we're running low on things like wire harnesses, glass, certain plastic items. Wow. And it seems like that a lot of the parts, because we have a lot of suppliers here in the U.S. that we use. Because, I mean, obviously, yeah, you could probably save a little bit by shipping it from overseas. But when you got something right here at your back door, you get a whole lot quicker, pay just a little bit more.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah.
And I've noticed that a lot of those parts are coming from over in like Southeast Asia and Vietnam and stuff like that, and that's where everything's getting hung up at. And I was showing Flip this earlier, Brown. I'll go ahead and throw it up here on the screen. So a lot of people probably don't realize this, but everything to the right of that line is China's population. So 94% of their population is in that red area.
Wow.
So naturally, you have that many people in a small area like that, you're going to have some issues, especially with COVID going on. So, I mean, their lockdown is probably pretty fierce, and I'm sure that they're trying to do what they can because China thrives off industry.
Right.
So, I mean, they're probably trying to do what they can to get things up and running at the best that they can, but
yeah,
when you have that much concentrated population in one spot, I mean, that's insane. Like, I didn't even know that. I came across that tonight, and I was like, holy smokes.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I was just recently in L.A. My son lives in Marina del Rey, and we're hanging out, and we had a road trip up into Phoenix. We came back into L.A., got out of Phoenix. It's too damn hot. Don't ever go there right now. It's like 111. It's ridiculous. But we came back, and then we went and had dinner, and we cruised up towards Long Beach. And I'll tell you, man, I looked out to the water, and I'm like, what's all that? And my son says, Dad, there's like 33 cargo ships that are sitting out of the port right now because COVID backed everything up at the ports because people were sick, they couldn't work. And he says there's 33 cargo ships. So when I did a little research and just recently looked at it, it basically, that's what it is. It's 33 large cargo ships carrying supplies from automotive industry. It says right here, ships carrying millions of dollars worth of popular imports, including furniture, auto parts, clothing, electronics, plastics, are sitting at the port of LA right now. And you think about it, 33 cargo ships, and these are not just small car.
Yeah, what's
cities?
What's average size of a cargo ship?
God, I don't know, but we can look it up real quick. But I mean, they're monster cargo ships. These things are loaded to the gills.
It says, not to cut you off, it says average cargo ship around 700 feet long can carry approximately 1,000 of these 40-foot containers.
Exactly.
At a capacity of 25,000 tons.
Yep.
Like, I don't know about you, but my brain can't. I mean, I can picture 40 foot, I can picture that. But 700 foot long?
Let me see if I'm good enough, Flip, to try to put this picture of this cargo ship right here for us. There it is. I think I did it. Goddamn, I'm getting good. Look at that book. You see how big that thing is? That'll give you an idea how big.
They're stacked, what, 6 high?
Yeah, and that's probably half of the cargo ship on the not even half on the one on the left.
Yeah, that's like a third.
Yeah, and you can see how wide, how many across there goes. It's just, that's crazy. And there's 33 of those off of the coast of Long Beach or Los Angeles. Crazy.
Well, that's probably and not including San Pedro Port though. They got more than San Pedro Port, right? So
yep.
The funny thing is though, the other day I was driving the bus and I kid you not, 2 CHP officers pulled over this one truck, and this is a heavy duty truck. It's a pickup truck, but it's one of those heavy duty big ass pickup trucks that you could haul some shit, right? Well, this dude said, fuck it, I'm going to go pick up a crate. He went down to it looks like he went down to those ports, picked up those metal crates, hooked up to the back of his truck. I don't know how he did it, but he hooked it up to the back of his truck and towed it, bro. And they pulled him off the freeway. 2 CHP officers pulled him off the side of the freeway and he was on the street, and you know, they were checking him. You know, like, hey, what the hell? You don't see that on a daily basis. This guy had a pickup truck, literally had one of those crates hooked up to the back of his truck. It was so hilarious, dude.
I just posted a picture real quick of that. Look at that thing. It was a trip, man.
I mean, like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
my question is, you know, I mean, y'all are in Cali. Like, do they have like drones for DoorDash or something? They can order some food. I mean, they're right there off the coast.
Well, think about it.
Yeah, man.
Those guys are anchored. They said they're anchored, sitting out there. So how'd you like to be like the 33rd dude? You ain't coming out there. You're sitting there till Christmas.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I mean, imagine this. Like, I'd be contacting my boss and be like, so, how we gonna do this pay right now? Like, do I just take straight time?
Yeah, exactly.
Here? Like, because this ain't no flat rate job no more.
Right.
No, exactly, man, exactly.
Hey, be glad they're not in like Somalia like that, because those ships wouldn't be there.
Well, there'll be a lot of bullets flying. There's no doubt. There'll be some bullets flying.
So,
go ahead.
So I'm looking at it also. They're like JT said, they're shutting down Southeast Asia because of the COVID-19. So it's going to get worse. They mentioned it is going to get worse. So we all know that portion, that region in the world, you know, supplies a lot of manufactured stuff. You know, they manufacture a lot of stuff.
Everything.
So
and not even just for us.
Yeah, not just for us.
Literally the world. I mean.
Yeah, so it's just shutting down, man. It's and then I think you told me too, Brown, that we're possibly going to have another shutdown in Cali, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I want to play this video for you, right? Check this out. Is it playing? I can't see it.
Yeah,
it's like Battleship.
It is, man. This is a Coast Guard. I guess took a picture of this on that. But look at those things just sitting out there, man. They're anchored. You know, and that's car parts, furniture, chips, you name it. Computers.
That's all those PS5s that people are looking.
Yeah, I mean, look, what a trip, huh? That's what I seen. I was like, what's going on out there? But that's how big those things are, man. And it's unbelievable how, you know, look, that's a good shot. That's what I seen from the land. I was like, what is all that going on?
That's crazy. And it's all because of the shortage that people are getting sick. You know, there's short manpower down at the ports. And, you know, they're hiring left and right down there. I bet you. I have a cousin who works down at that port. I got to get in contact with him. But he works at that port in San Pedro. So,
look how they stack those things up, man.
So
that thing is just stacked.
Look at that.
Speaking of, jeez. See, I'm not going to lie. I'd like to come to L.A. just to see something like that.
Oh, the port's unbelievable. Look at that thing. Dude, this stuff is just stacked. They just drop. They're dropping them everywhere. It's ridiculous.
And you know what's crazy? So we have these ships probably sitting out here that have parts and, you know, goods and merchantiles for, you know, all of the Americans. Imagine the shortage on semi-drivers to get these parts delivered where they need to go.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because, you know, I know I had a buddy who
that looks fake. It looks fake to me, but I mean, that's it. It's real.
Dude, that is stacked so high. Because I had a buddy who, he drove a semi, and they told him, they said, hey, man, that logbook, don't even worry about it. He said, drive as much as you want to drive because we got to get these parts to where they need to go. And this was like last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he'd stay out on the road. I mean, his paychecks were outrageous.
Crazy.
That's crazy. So, JT, you know, there's so much shit going on right now with shortage everywhere. You know what I mean? Everywhere.
Well, here's a good shortage for you. Here you go. This is a local dealership. This is the inventory that they currently have on their lot. And I wish I would have drove by when I went out and got some food and actually took a picture and showed y'all. Because I don't know where they got these cars stocked at.
Really?
I mean, you would think that many cars on the lot, it'd look full. No.
Empty, dude. Even here in the Bay Area, in San Jose, they have a place called Capital Expressway. Car dealerships, all the way down. Honda, probably 20 cars on the lot, looks empty. You got Toyota, the same thing. You know, and they're like, hey man, if you want a car, you better buy these because they're not going to be around for a while. You know, and they're marking them up. You got $2,000 and $3,000 markups on them.
Well, see, the thing with Toyota is like every car that I build on a daily basis, they've always told us every car you build is already sold.
Yep.
And a lot of us were like, man, there ain't no way they're already sold. The lots are full. Our yard's full. What y'all talking about? Now people are realizing, no, every one of these cars that we build is legit sold.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's a trickle effect. It trickles down. People don't realize it.
The way a lot of your viewers probably don't know how this works. So like when a car is made, you know how like Honda has their own financial services,
right.
Chevy has their financial, you know, General Motors, whatever. And Toyota has Toyota Financial. So the plant, to make money, sells the car to Toyota Financial.
Okay.
That's how the plant makes money. Toyota Financial then sells it to the dealership level. So then you go from the plant to TFS, and then it branches out to the dealerships. And then from the dealership, it goes to you, me, Brown, whoever. So whenever they leave our plant, there's already a sticker, MSRP sticker on the window. So just know that the dealership, you know, they're like, man, they've got this thing marked up. They really don't. Because if you think about just basic, you know, finances here, like if Brown sold me this bottle of water for, you know, $1, I'm going to sell it to you, Flip, for, you know, $2 because I want to make a profit. But Brown bought it from the manufacturer for 50 cents.
Right.
So he made money, I make money, and so on and so on.
Right,
so they're really not marking them up super high.
Well, we talk about this on this topic. Want to mention the used car sales are going up as well, right?
Oh, dude, they're. I was looking up some stuff today, and I found an article. It's kind of humorous because they're talking about the used car prices slid for the first time in 7 months, but then you look at it and you're like, yeah, it really eased up. Big 1.4%.
You see what Guy was putting on the chat?
Oh yeah. I just want to argue it. I hear you, baby.
It's sitting in the port.
Yeah, it's in that ship we just showed you over there earlier. Well, I used to sell cars for a living, and he nailed it. That's how it operates, man. And you know, you got to factor in transportation. I'm talking just trucking. You know, you got cost all across the board on that, on how that comes in. And then, you know, your sticker, your Monroney, they call them Monroneys, the window stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. I mean, if you took that car and you broke it down piece by piece, you would never be able to afford that car.
No.
It's just, you know, it's unbelievable, you know, and I understand, man. I know that industry is important to the economy. It's important to everything because if you think about it, an automobile, not only does it get you from A to B, it also provides a living for a lot of people. That's their way of life, man. And you put a little stick in the spokes like COVID did, it just trickles down, man, and livelihood, everything.
I think COVID really showed whereas Americans, we're our weakest at.
Yeah.
Like how much we truly rely on this country for this or that country for that.
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, imagine if, you know, something drastic happened in China. Like, what are we going to do?
Fuck, your hands are tied.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I don't know if I'm correct on this, but they're probably one of the largest industry-driven countries, from steel to automotive to. We used to be that. Now we got away from that.
Yeah,
we got into that. Yeah, we outsourced
because it was cheaper.
Yeah,
But with
it
that
really is.
Comes the cost, and we never understood what that cost was until COVID.
Until now.
Because, you know, when we shut down last year, I mean, I'm sure Flip and you know, Brown, you probably did the same thing. Whenever, you know, those stimulus checks came out, either one of y'all bought new electronics for the house?
Mm-mm. Not me.
I did. I got my Xbox. Well, I got my Xbox.
Oh, is that what you bought it with?
A lot of people went out and they got game systems, TVs, consumer electronics.
Yeah.
Well, there goes all your
anything.
There goes all your semiconductors.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, when the automotive industry started back up because they shifted gears, automotive industry starts back producing. Guess what? You have a part shortage now because us consumers took out all of the stuff that we wanted electronic wise.
It's that trickle effect, man. We're it's not that we're exposed. We just never thought we'd ever be in the position where the whole freaking country, the whole world shut down.
The whole world, yeah.
Scales went from about like this to just heavy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And like I was saying earlier, what a tough time to live. I mean, we're going to look back. Hopefully, we'll be sitting in a rocking chair, laughing at it, going, "Fuck, man, what a time that was."
Yeah, right.
Because from politics to COVID,
What's going on,
to
Trey?
to all these things going on, it's crazy, man. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a difficult time, man. I get a little worried, but that's one of the main reasons why I don't watch TV, man. I don't let the media sway me one way or another. I just shut that thing off, man.
Well, when they were talking about when they started the breakout, of COVID, they were, and remember it started with like Italy. Italy was shut down. There were so many deaths, and they were just showing the dead bodies were, traveling down the street. Who the hell wants to see that? You're just making more paranoid people in the world. Stop doing that. Hey, you don't want to see that.
No, and I think that's why I was telling you, or when we on the last segment we had, Flip, the psychological effect that it does to a human when you take them out of a normal, viable, we were prosperous, man. We were moving in the right direction, and all of a sudden someone snatches it from us, dude. The mind is a crazy thing, man, and a lot of people are getting messed up.
Yeah,
there's more divorces ever. There's more divorces ever within the last year than ever.
Or more widows.
Because people, well, that too, but just the effect of, you got to sit with your partner every day.
Well, you know what? And then this is something that my wife and I were talking about, and when everything started breaking out, we're like, you know what? This COVID bullshit and blah blah blah, and then we're thinking this got to be we're thinking theories, This got to be a fucking population control. You know what I mean? The government wants to control the population. And so they just do this shit out and said, hey, all these scientists, imagine that. All these scientists in the world come together and say, hey, you know what? All the natural resources are coming to an end. We have to do something. We have to figure out a way. I mean, obviously, this is not going to take just overnight. This is probably thought of, years ago. But we're coming to a shortage of natural resources, and then they just said, hey, you know what? Let's do this COVID thing.
Right.
Let's control the population. Because I'm going to tell you, there's a story right now. I just read it right now, and this is weird. In Mississippi, says COVID-19 deaths in pregnant women are rising. Say what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. So, you're not supposed to put that. You're talking serious and you throw, say what?
Say what? Say what? You know what I mean? So
I hear you, man. I hear you. But keep in mind, that's the media.
That's media.
Because you don't discriminate. In my mind, I don't discriminate. A death is a death, whether it's a pregnant woman or a non-pregnant woman. And
it makes you wonder why they add that word.
Exactly.
Like what does it matter?
Exactly. And that's one thing I love about Flip. He knows, and I know. I'll call him on shit, and he'll call me on shit. That's the media. That's the hype of the media, and it made you go, say what?
But it's a trip. You think that maybe this is population control theory?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, think about it. He just showed a thing on China. China does population control, brother. You're only allowed to have one kid.
Oh yeah.
They do that. So it's nothing new. And it may jump across the pond to our neck of the woods. I think we have a ton of resources no matter what. We just have to take care of the environment. Right? I think this whole global warming thing, it's for real. I mean, look at these. I've been alive 53 years, and I've never once ever heard a major forest fire like we do now in California 3 years in a row. It's global warming. It's what it is.
Yeah, it is global warming.
It's global warming.
Well, so speaking of global warming, JT showed me a little iceberg, or what was it? Do you still have that out?
I can find it.
So
it was a. Hold on here. Here you go. I got it right here. So this is a map of Los Angeles if all the ice melts. All right, you ready for this?
Show it.
I remember seeing one for the city, San Francisco. Oh yeah, look at that, bro. No shit. Yeah.
The one that gets me though, straight out of Compton.
Straight. They should be calling it straight out of Compton. No shit, dude. No, you know what? I wish they had a map for the city, San Francisco. I'd like to see that one. Maybe they have it. Can you try to pull up a San Francisco?
Down here it says the sea rise is 215 foot.
Wow.
So I'm assuming all this right here is the coast of LA.
Oh yeah.
Literally ain't that.
Santa Monica, all them, they're gone. San Diego, they're gone.
Well,
here's where LAX is.
Yeah, that's it. That's where Marina Del Rey is, right there.
Yeah. So, Flip, essentially, you were saying you're like up, I don't know, around here somewhere.
Right.
You'd be the new Newport Beach, bro.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking much.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier. I was like, whoa.
That's a trip, man.
It's a tough time, man. I'm telling you, I've never, even like today, man, I had a funny day. I woke up and I'm walking to my truck and someone broke into it. Right? I'm having a bad day. They didn't get too much, but they got some stuff. I have a lot. Right? I have some nice secure bars, and I didn't lock the actual handle for my my toolbox on the side. And the guys were able to pry open the side and stick their hands and pull tools out. They got it on video. I was telling you guys, they got it on video. They got this guy pulling my tools out one by one. Not a big deal.
You get the license plate number?
They got the license plate number. They're going to submit it. They broke into a couple of cars. And then I come back to get the show going, and someone's parked in my private stall. I mean, you need to hit that hell no again, dog.
Oh, hell no.
Right.
I'm looking over here at the chat, and it looks like Trayvon said, what happens to the ton of vehicles that are never sold?
They'll get sold, my man.
Oh yeah, and I don't know if I don't even know how to answer that, but I do know that they mark them down at some point. Trying to get rid of last year's model, which I guess in one way there is no last year's models; they're already gone.
No, they're gone. They're gone. But I'll tell you. Well, here's another thing that's interesting that really screwed up the industry in car rentals.
Okay.
COVID hits, travel's gone, right, for a year.
Yeah.
What happens? All these automobile rental companies, they sell their inventory.
Right.
They blow it out.
Oh, yeah.
Enterprise, Hertz. And now you go to rent a car, you're paying $500-$600 a day, brother, because there's a car shortage. Don't go to Hawaii right now, because I already looked. Don't go to Hawaii. Cars are going to run you $500 a day.
That's insane. Insane.
Well, wait a minute. Trevon, you just came back from Hawaii. He just came back. Trev, I know.
Give me some info, Trevon. Throw it up here, baby.
Trey, hit us up on the chat, man. How was it out there? You rented a car out there or not? And what was the cost of the cars out there if you rented a car?
Yeah, look at it. Kurt said, not good.
Not good. That's right. Freaking $500. I wouldn't pay no $500. And you know what's so weird? They're talking about that. I told you my car was in the shop, and due to that teenage driver that hit me, Enterprise. We rented a car from Enterprise, but it didn't come out of our pocket. It came out of the insurance, man. But a lot of people, they weren't buying it. They weren't buying it, bro. They weren't. They would take their business somewhere else because it's too expensive. Expensive.
Well, we drove from Phoenix to LAX one day. We drove straight across. How much do you think that car rental was? Just for one day. Just one day.
Well, you're talking about $500, so I don't know, man. I'm scared.
It was about $497.
Wow, and that's for one day.
Just for one day.
Oh,
one day.
Now, what kind of car was it?
Dude, it was a Chevy Impala, and it was a 2005. Oh no, 2000. I think it was a 2020.
An Impala?
Crazy.
No. No way.
Yeah, we had to pay it. We had to.
Like, yeah, y'all got like a Chevy Spark.
Yeah.
You got like a Fiesta, something a little smaller.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or what do you call it?
Yeah.
Those Fiats?
Yeah, those what do they call it? The Countrymen. Something funny, dude.
Oh, you talking about the little Mini Coopers?
Yeah, I love Mini Coopers.
Yeah. So, Flip, I want to show. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna talk about that video I showed you. I want to see what.
Oh yeah. Brown. So guys at home, we've seen some horrible crashes. This one's insane, but the guy miraculously survives, I guess.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, really. Oh hell no!
Hell no!
So we're talking about a guy. I don't know what part of the nation he was in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's just show it. Show
Yeah,
it.
Put it on, baby.
Put it on.
Roll it.
Let me get it up here. Check this out, guys. Check this out.
Oh shit. Uh oh. Holy shit! He went underneath.
That's what
look
we
at that
thought.
leg.
That's what we thought.
He's
Look at
Raider.
him. Listen to what she says.
Oh.
Why did you stop? Why didn't you just commit?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Did
let's
y'all-
talk
did
about
y'all
this.
hear it?
Let's talk about this, JT. Let's talk about this. Rewind that.
All right, we'll do a frame by frame here. We'll be like Rob Dyrdek on
Oh yeah.
So first off, why in the hell is he doing 126 mile an hour?
Right.
Dig that.
Right.
126 miles an hour, guys out there.
Oh yeah. He's on a rice
motorcycle.
rocket. He's on a rice rocket.
So
Nutcracker right there, baby. Nutcracker.
So you can see the white truck.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, truck is stopped.
Why? I don't know.
So there's nothing coming.
Nothing.
Like what? I mean, there's nothing. So at this point, you're on this bike, 126 mile an hour. What's the first thing that goes through your head when you see this Ford or Chevy sitting out, in your way?
This might be the day, baby. This might be the day.
I mean, I was talking to Flip. I was like, well, maybe he could have, went this way, or he could have tried to, I don't know if I'd go that way. That's too steep of a,
Yeah.
But then I guess if you went this way, what if they kept going?
Right.
So he keeps going, and then right here, he's like, all right, I'm going to try to make a hard right, and then whip it back left.
Yeah. Counter steer, they call it.
So
it washed out. Front end washed out on him.
Yeah, he laid it down.
Yeah.
And there it is, and the bike goes under, and I can't get it to pause.
I thought he went under too.
No, so what I'm getting, he hits the bike goes under, but he hits the wheel.
Yeah, here's the back tire. There's his bike.
Yeah.
But he hits the wheel and it spins to the tail.
Yeah.
Outside
the other way.
He goes underneath because there's the spare tire.
Yeah, he went the other way.
And then he just barrel rolls.
Oh, that leg's fucking.
So tell me this, Brown. Tell me this, Brown. This dude is doing 126 miles an hour.
Oh hell
Okay,
no.
and this chick is in the truck, and she stops literally in the middle of the intersection and doesn't even commit to the turn. Okay, who the hell's at fault here?
Well, you got to now. Check this out. At least the way I would see this is who's at fault. I would have to say the guy going 126 motherfucking miles per hour. That's the way I have to see it. That guy's going way too fast.
I get that, but Brown, you know what? From my experience, when I had an accident like this, you know what they told me? That the guy that's pulling out like that is at fault. It doesn't matter if you're doing 8 miles an hour on that street and she pulls out like that, she's not supposed to. and doesn't commit herself. She stops like that. She's obstructing traffic on the main street. So it doesn't matter if he's driving 126 miles an hour or 8 miles an hour. She's at fault because she pulled out like that. But yeah, he is a dumbass for freaking driving 126 miles down the damn road.
Yeah, I listen, I drive a Harley. I have a big Road King. I got a big old Harley.
This comment right here.
I was reading it right now from Real Gabriel.
Oh no, the one right here.
On the
chat.
Dress for the slide, not the ride. That's what I was.
Really.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, that's what I do, man. I wear gloves and I wear pants that are like a Kevlar pants, they call them. I do that, man. And but listen, I'll tell you what, when you're going that fast, like my Harley, it's a tank. It's a Road King. It's got a lower, it's got the big side bag, got a 21-inch wheel in the front. It's a nice riding bike. Custom looking, it's beautiful. I got it bagged out, lowered in the back. And when I get that thing going to about 50, 60 miles an hour, I can ride that thing and I can let go of the handlebars and that thing is going straight. The wheels just track. There's so much weight on the bike that it'll just go. It's not going to get a speed wobble. It just tracks. And that guy going that fast, you're not going anywhere but straight, as you can see. It's hard to counter steer in and out and weave. I've took driving classes, all that shit, and when you're going 126 miles an hour, bro, you're going one way, and that's straight, man.
It's crazy.
Not much you can do, man. Not much you can do.
That's crazy.
But no, I was going to say, Real Gabriel here. He says, "Hail, man." He goes, "I'm from Brazil." He goes, and there's a song that represents a lot of the culture that is called. He goes, "Who wants my?" I can't say that. Periquita. He goes, "Can you play it?" He goes, "Please. The song is not copyrighted." What's it say, baby?
Yeah, I can't.
Periquita. Try to find that, Flip.
Riquita? Yeah, I don't want to do that because it possibly can be copyrighted. You know.
Are you sure?
Brown, you're talking about your bike. I got something. I went to a car show here not long ago, and let me see if I can figure out how to. Here it is. So I do photography on the side, and here you go. Uh-oh. Check out that blue bike right there.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, dude, nice.
Big 30-inch tire up front, man.
Yeah, I like that, dude. So mine's like the black one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can I don't know if I can pull a photo of my bike. I don't want people to think I'm trying to show off. I'm not trying to show off.
Dude, whenever those bikes pulled up, it had the most West Coast vibe ever because they were playing Regulate by Nate Dogg.
Oh,
wow.
Let me see if I can pull it up on my iPad. Where's my iPad at? I think it's right here.
And just like that, Brown has disappeared.
And I'm back.
That'd be a funny way to start it out. Like, how you doing? And just zoom right in.
And then go, whoop. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a good photo. I don't know if I can. I'll give it a shot. I've always wanted a Harley, man, and I never had the opportunity to get one. And with both of my marriages, and then as soon as I got my last marriage ended, I mean, within a week, I went out and bought a Harley. I said, I'm getting one. And I've been loving it ever since, man. I've been loving it ever since.
So let's, while you're looking for that, let's recap. Okay. So the people at home, you guys in the chat, thanks for tuning in. Generation Flip, we talk about a lot of stuff, open topics on Fridays. If you guys have some topic or something you guys want to reach out to us or hit us in the chat box, man, like this guy, Real Gabriel, wants us to play this one song. I'm sorry, Gabe. I would have to do a little research before I play it out, man. But thanks for tuning in, bro. So you guys have something that you guys want to chat about, a topic or something you guys want to go, we'll look it up, whatever, and we'll discuss it. Also, we air Tuesdays and Fridays. We just posted up a recent YouTube video this morning about LAUSD mandates and, COVID testings for your kids who are in school, if they actually do work. We don't know. Take a look at that upload video on Generation Flip's channel, and subscribe if you haven't. Like it. You know, if like this video, if you like, you know, if you like to come
I don't know
on,
if it's going to be able to see.
you like to come on the show, hit us up, you know, on the comment line or whatever, and we'll get back to you guys as quickly as we can. So, again, thanks for tuning in. Brown, what you got there?
Yep. I was trying to show that picture of my bike, man. It's like my baby, right? It's like my little baby girl. And I think the only way I can do this thing, god dang it, I just hate to. I don't want to be one of those guys. Go look at this guy. All he wants to do is show his bike. Well, when JT showed me that picture of the other bike, I'm oh shit, I got to show mine. But it ain't as nice as that one. That's a badass bike right there, dude.
The dude, in that blue bike, man. I walked up to him and dude, the paint job on it. Let me see.
See if I can do
Paint
this.
job on it, and he even said he's like I really don't ride it that much. And I'm like, dude, if I had a bike like that, I'd be on it all the time.
No kidding.
Like, let me see if I got a good picture of the paint.
So JT, are they laying off anybody? Do you know from your facility?
No, they're not. They're not going to be there's no layoffs. As a matter of fact, they actually just came out a week or so ago, and they're actually over the next 3 months, they're going to be converting 600 temporaries to full-time employees.
Oh, wow,
awesome.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That's great. That's great, man.
Yeah.
And they
For
also
everybody.
restructured the pay scale because, you know, obviously I'm sure y'all have seen McDonald's is out here, you know, paying $15, $16 an hour where
Here's
I'm
my
at.
thing on that note. Here's my thing. Minimum wage, what, 15, 16 bucks?
$7.25.
What?
Over there. Not over here. Over there.
Over here.
Over here it's $15 an hour, I believe. But here's the thing. That's why, you know, you see a lot of openings. A lot of people are hiring because they wanna pay minimum wage, but then who wants to work during COVID? You know, who wants to work for $15 an hour?
Right.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Brown.
Thanks. Yeah. That's my little baby girl right there. I got a lot. I'm going to put some stretch bags on her. And the next is a nice stereo system. And then I want to put that fairing like that guy has on his black bike you had.
Yeah.
So I just put the 21-inch wheel on there, black rim with the chrome spokes, kind of mix it up a little bit. And
I like that white wall, man. That white wall.
Yeah, it makes it stand out a little bit. It makes it stand out a tad. So yeah, I enjoy that thing, that pig. I got my plate coming in. It says Black Hog. It's coming in. So yeah, I got a lot. It's a money pit. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, it's about like a boat. Bust out another 1,000.
Yes, sir.
But no, Flip, I don't know, and not to mention, like, is anybody going to address the fact that minimum wage? Literally, they said, "Oh, we're not going to raise the federal minimum wage," and then all of a sudden, people are starting to pay, you know, $17, $18 an hour.
Well,
It just went up.
Well, here's the thing now that our company is actually going through a contract renewal. So,
Are y'all union?
Yeah, we're union.
Yeah.
So,
okay. See, we're not.
We're sheet metal union, which is the largest union in the nation. So, they're going through. Man, I mean, it's tough. You know, a lot of the operators waited 17 years for a freaking raise. You know what I mean? So I get their frustration. You know, I'm at top pay right now. But I've been here with the company for 22 years. You know, so
right.
I it's not like I got it overnight. I had to work for that. You know.
Right.
And there's some employees that, you know, nah, hey man, you know, we all do the same job. I get that. We all do the same job, but you know, it's seniority based. You know what I'm saying? So That's an earthquake, huh? I felt it too.
I can see your microphone shaking.
Yeah, that's a fucking earthquake.
Oh, hell no!
Oh hell no!
Oh, hell no!
Oh, that's an earthquake. My lights are shaking over here.
Oh, really? Nice. Well, you got a little extra lanyap.
I felt it was a jerk.
Dude, that's wild. So, like, I mean, you know,
Did you guys
we
see
have.
You guys see the light kind of like a little bit moved?
No, dude, I saw your microphone just start going.
Yeah, it was going like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my chandelier over here is freaking rocking.
Let's see here. I'm sure they've got a report on that. Let me get on the old Google real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, do you guys ever check out TikTok? You ever check out TikTok?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, dude, they got some funny ones in that thing. I love that thing. I love that one. We can't air any of the TikToks, huh? We get in trouble?
Go, Flip.
Right, yeah.
Magnitude 4.6 earthquake, Carson, California, 10:58 p.m.
Yeah, Carson's not too far from me. Carson's at least.
Yeah, it's right down the road, about 30 miles, 20 miles.
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That was hard.
That's a 4.6. That's Richter scale goes at what, 10?
Yeah.
I mean, you're halfway up the list. You can definitely feel that.
Yep.
Dude, that shit was rocking. I was looking at my lights. I was like, my lights are rocking. What the hell? I mean, my fat ass moves in this chair, but it ain't moving like that.
Got a little extra something on the live stream right here, boys.
Yeah, we got
earthquake. 4.6 on the Richter scale.
That's a pretty good little jolt. But see, people always make that comment like, man, I'll never go live with an earthquake. Earthquakes aren't too bad. We get them once in a blue moon. Like Texas, man, with those tornadoes.
We get earthquakes here.
Oh, do you guys?
I mean, the last one that I remember that we actually could feel was I was in high school. I graduated in 2008. So, I mean, it's been a while. But the New Madrid fault line runs straight up through Kentucky. And
really?
Yeah, so like the New Madrid fault line is down in western Kentucky by like Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky, right through there. And they said that if that thing ever goes off, dude, it's a wrap.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's interesting. That Riel Gabriel, it says here message deleted. Oh, you deleted him, Flip?
Yeah, I timed him out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Spam.
Yeah. Just checking, brother.
That's crazy, Flip. Live stream.
Yeah, live stream earthquake, man. That's something else, isn't it? Shit.
My son will be calling me in a minute. He goes, "Hey, did you feel that?" Look at, I just said that. What are the odds, huh?
We're live streaming right now, man.
We're live streaming, baby. We're live streaming. Shit. I'll call him back. We're in the middle. I'm gonna tell him I'll call him right back. What a trip. I didn't want to answer the phone. We got guests here. We got some Kentucky up in this mother.
Kentucky up in here, man. So
yeah.
Okay, so let's move it on. Brown, so talk to me, man. Tuesday? All right.
Tuesday, we got Mr. West Point coming online.
We're coming up to season finale here, man. We're coming up to season finale, guys. Again, thank you for the support. We reached about 2,700 viewers, and I think we picked up another couple more subscribers this morning. We were at 62 or 64, and now we're
what are we at now? 67?
67, I think it is.
I think something like that. I think we need. We might need to keep this thing going. Valentine, what the heck? That's cool. All right.
So we've reached about 2,600 viewers and about 66, 67 subscribers in about slightly over a month. Over a month running the show, and it's doing pretty well. Season finale is coming up, so we're gonna have two special guests for that. Brown's bringing on Dan Boyle and. Actually, 3, because you've still got West Point coming in.
Yep. West Point. I got Dustin Castillo, my son. He's going to be talking to us. I want to get into a little bit about the Afghan pullout. I want to get a little bit the process getting into West Point and what he went through. I think that's kind of interesting because a lot of people probably don't know how the process to get in and how he made his decision, too, on accepting West Point over Naval Academy. So it's interesting. Interesting stuff.
Now, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm just curious if it's still set up the same. To get into those schools, I mean, Air Force Academy included, you actually have to be recommended by your state level governor and
Congress.
And is it congressman or a senator, or just one?
Either a congressperson or a senator.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. But that's pretty dope. Congrats to him. That's pretty dope.
He's utilized that, and there's been many a times where he wanted to jump ship, and I said, man, you got to stay there, man. You're chosen. You got to stay, and he stayed, and he's happy that he stayed. You know,
he's automatically an officer, right?
Automatic going in. Yeah, he did his 5 years in. He went to 82nd Airborne Field Artillery. Went to Kosovo, did a tour there, and got out. And then
my cousin did a tour in Kosovo.
Yeah, interesting place.
He was a Cav Scout. He did his basic and AIT up at Fort Knox here in Kentucky.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Years ago.
Yeah. But they all have stories, man.
Oh yeah,
they all have stories, man. That's sleeping in the woods. There's not much he can't do thanks to West Point. Right? There's not much. He'll sleep on a hard rock floor. He's slept in places that you wouldn't even think of sleeping. Right? So from now, if they said, "Hey, you got to sleep on the floor," he's like, I'm out, man. He goes, I don't even have a bed. I don't even have. He goes, I slept in way worse spots, Pops. I said,
right.
So interesting. I'm looking forward to getting into that one. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I spoke to my father. He's probably tuned into the show, but I spoke to my father, and he says to me, he says, Flip, you know what, man? I want to be tuned into that. I really want to catch that show with that West Point guy. And I said, oh, you mean Brown's son? Yeah, he's going to be coming on. I'll let you know. So he wants to tune in, man. He's going to chime in. So he's got a couple of questions that he wants to ask your son. So,
I'm excited for that, and he's earned it. He deserved it, So we got Dan Boyle coming too, a retired hockey guy from the San Jose Sharks, the Rangers, Tampa Bay. He won a Stanley Cup, and he won a gold medal with the Canadian Olympic team in 2015. So he's going to give us some good stories and good insight. He played hockey for a long time. I think 15 plus years. Jesus Christ. And those guys live out of a suitcase.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tell my buddy about that one. He actually, he's a big hockey fan, and he actually sells memorabilia from, hockey and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he probably knows this guy, probably has some stuff that used to be his, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be cool, man. If not, we can set him up with some stuff if he likes to collect it.
Hey, I know that's right.
I got it.
Hey, Brown, talk about the possibility of future sponsorship here. You have that with you?
Yes. You know what? I do. I've got a sponsorship coming in that I invested in this company. It's called Bubblick. And we'll bring it out because me and Dustin, my son, invested in this company. And it's really an exciting product. We'll bring some video to show you the things that it does do too. But it is the first FDA approved bubbles that is flavored and you can drink the whole bottle if you wanted to. But it's a flavored and scented bubbles for kids. So there it is, Bubblick. If you guys can see it, it's right there, baby. Yeah, check it out. It's coming near you. It's on Amazon already. We got it on Amazon, and but we're going after big corporate like Disneyland. We're gonna try to go after a bunch of big companies. But yeah, it's called Bubblick, man. It's pretty cool. This one's a watermelon flavored, where you can open it up. You don't have to shake this stuff. You just open it up. Smells like watermelon, tastes like watermelon, and you can drink it. It's FDA approved, and you blow bubbles. So you can just imagine being a kid, and you want a chocolate flavored or watermelon flavored bubbles, and they're sitting there blowing bubbles, and you know how kids always want to eat a bubble instead of tasting soap, they can taste the watermelon. So
that's dope.
Great fun for the family, man. So I'm excited. That's coming on pretty quick.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to ship some to me, man, and
I will.
We'll probably give it to our we'll randomize it in our next. Well, we'll randomize it on our next subscriber. We'll name a subscriber number, and we hit that subscribe number. We'll send you a free taste of it. You know what I'm saying?
You got it. Sounds good, man. I'm excited.
So, yeah, we'll do that. That sounds good. So we have that. We got Patrick Willis coming on.
I'm working on him right now. He's got a tight schedule.
Yeah,
but I'm sure if we don't get him on this season, we'll get him on next season. Yeah. He's said that it wouldn't be an issue. It's just timing is everything for him. And he, with football season, he just did a great Chips commercial. I just saw him on a Chips commercial, and I called him up and told him he did a good job. A really cool cat, man. He's going to be another one that we're going to love to talk with, because another cat, just all his life has just been a beast in the football arena. And then when he comes out of it, he's the most gentle giant, the most humble man. He's not flamboyant. He's a good person, and I'm proud to call him one of my good buddies. He's came over for Christmas and had dinner, and I've gone to his places, and we've done things together. And he's just a real humble man, and I think people would love to hear some of his stories. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised. He got into the Hall of Fame for the San Francisco 49ers Hall of Fame. And I honestly think by next year, I told him we'll be taking a road trip to Canton, and he says, "Let's go. If they call me, I'm ready." But he's so humble. He's I'm not worried about it,
Okay.
But he's a cool cat, man.
Oh yeah. And
yeah, he's an Ole Miss cat from Ole Miss.
And I'm also working on Dorchin. I got Director Rebecca helping me out with that connection. I know she's a busy woman. For those who don't know who she is, she's a activist for women's rights, domestic violence. She's well-known, #1 in the nation. If you look her up, you'll see Dorchin Lindholt. She's one of the best activists out there for female domestic violence, sexual trafficking. The list goes on and on. So she's well-known out there. She's got a major law firm out in New York. And, I'm trying to get her on. Hopefully I can get her on this season. If not, then, like you said, I'll probably get her on the next season. But she's got a tough schedule herself. You know what I mean? So, so that being said, you guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate JT coming on. Open topic. You guys out there in the chat world over here. Drop a comment in the comments. Will ya? We got like 900 people that are watching our show that hasn't subscribed already. And I know because I checked it. Get in there and subscribe already, damn it. Check us out. Check our upload. Check our upload on the LA Unified School District, man. Check that one out. That's a good one. Very good topic. And
I think we got 400 just watching us out of Kentucky.
All right.
Come on, baby. Let's get them.
Let's get those damn subscribers. All right, JT, thanks for coming on the show. Brown, as always. And we're going to catch you guys in the next one. I appreciate it, guys.
Go Niners.
Go Cats.